Cork O'Connor was 3/4 Irish and 1/4 Ojibwe. Except for a few years in college and as a cop in Chicago after that, he'd lived his whole life in the town of his birth. He'd been raised Catholic, baptized at St. Agnes, received his first communion, and was confirmed there. He'd served as an altar boy, sung in the choir, spent his share of time in the confessional. Being Catholic had been important to him, once. For several years, however, he'd refused to set foot in church and didn't give a hoot about the commandment of keeping the Sabbath holy. On that April Sunday afternoon, Cork stood at the frozen edge of Iron Lake with Sam's place at his back. The sun was high, its warmth soaking into the earth, melting the ice that still held the deeper soil prisoner. The air was laced with a fragrance that augured spring. He'd come with his tools and with half a mind to work on the old Quonset hut, but he knew he wouldn't disturb the peace of that afternoon. Even though he was at odds with God, he couldn't ignore the fact that on such a day there was a sacred feeling to everything. Part of it was the place itself, that small parcel of land Solemn Winter Moon had deeded to Cork. It was bounded on the north by the Bear Paw Brewery and on the south by a copse of poplars that held the ruins of an old foundry. West lay the tracks of Burlington Northern, and beyond that the streets on the outskirts of Aurora. East, below the sun, and beneath a thinning layer of ice, lay the deep, clear water of Iron Lake. There may have been places more beautiful, but none in Cork's thinking that were more special. Whenever he stood on that little stretch of shoreline, he could feel Solemn Winter Moon's spirit there.